Hello guys, what's up? It's your boy again, Atius, with another gameplay review, and this time I'll be playing against Aatrox. Let me just remove chat here and then lower down the volume so you can at least hear me. Okay, so bit of a scruffle here. Kind of weird because we were blue side and red side was being at the exact same spot. Anyways, let me just talk about the runes I'm running. I'll just put it on. I'll just flash it really briefly while this is happening. So right now I'm running grasp, usual stuff, and demolish, second wind, revitalize, and I'm trying to switch up here. So usually I run Mana Flow Band and Transcendence, but since Mana Flow Band doesn't give me a lot, and also have to like hit someone with my Q, although it can get my mana maximum amount of mana increased in a short amount of time. With the rune page, it's on sorcery. I usually go for Transcendence. I can't really utilize it a lot. Not unless I'm going for mid lane. I usually go Ghostblade, and then after Triforce, Ghostblade, and then I'll go for Essence Reaver, so I can get that bonus AD. But since I'm playing against two bruiser teams, you know, I've got Fallen Bear and Aatrox, I went for the Precision. I went for Presence of Mind, and since it gives me like a maximum of 500 mana, whenever I help or assist team kills, and also cut down since, you know, bruiser jams. Anyway, so start off with queuing him with my grass proc here. So with Aatrox, playing against Aatrox, you wanna sidestep a lot here, since usually for Aatrox players they wanna Q and then E, so they can close the distance right away. As soon as you dodge that first Q with his E being used, it's guaranteed that you're gonna dodge the first, the second and third Q, since it doesn't really have a lot of range there, and you really have to be up close for it to hit. As far as corrupting pot is concerned, you know, you want to use it before you Q, or at least before the Q animation hits Aatrox or your enemies, so you can still have it infect and use it efficiently. There's a lot of side steps here. See, as long as you dodge that first Q, guaranteed it's not gonna hit the second Qs and third. Got an easy kill there. Wasn't respecting my damage. Auto, then Q. Right now, since I killed him and then he's running teleport, I want to quickly recall. Since he's got 100% recall here, so he can catch the waves. It's pretty huge. So I get Crystal, and I think Endurance Ring, Endurance Blade, since, you know, it gives you health, damage, and a bit of a lifesteal. So I'll walk up here, get a sneaky auto passive. So right now, even though I have the lead here, I have like the kill pressure, I still wanna place my barrel in the middle of my lane. I still respect his damage here because he's gonna chunk a lot of damage if he hits all those Qs. I really want to be mindful of that. Cooling down. If he tries to, yep, CS there. That was a bad move from him. Death by passive. So yeah. So another thing you wanna check is, or learn, is to punish your enemy laner if he tries to walk up to CS. You can easily go for a Q then barrel on his face. and you're going to be able to chunk at least a significant amount of damage, especially if you have your grasp up when you start with Q. So I'm waiting for Sheen here. So yeah, so let me talk about a bit about grid replacement here. Usually, on most matchups, if you have like the lead, you want to place the barrel at least on the side or or in the middle of your enemy's lane wave. So in that way, if your enemy decides to walk up or force to CS, you can easily Q and then barrel him down, or you can even, you know, get a cheeky auto attack on him with your passive and then just walk away using your passive's, you know, bonus movement speed. But, you know, in this case, since we're playing against Aatrox, he is really strong in the 1v1s, even though he's kind of behind here. I want to be really patient there. So see there, even though I dodged the Q, my spacing there was a bit off since it was pretty close to him. So by doing that, even though he's behind, he managed to chunk 80 or 60% of my health there. So really want to be respectful of his damage and his range. As long as I dodge the first Q and have like a significant amount of space between me and him, I can kill him, or at least survive his Qs. Bait there. So yeah, so punishing him whenever he tries to Q. If you play it back a couple seconds there, he was trying to CS, and since having my barrel up, you know, I poke him down with that, and since Kazakh is pathing towards top, I wanna, you know, set up a kill for him by slowing him down. So another tip on the wave management there, whenever you get a kill, or at least our enemy laner is away, let's say he TP'd bot, he roamed bot, or roamed mid, you want to quickly shove the wave and make it crash towards your enemy's turret. That way you can minimize the amount of CS you lose, since you're able to clear the wave before that, and also further or widen the gap of the lead you have between him and you. So at this point, there's not going to be a lot of actions here. It's more of a discipline and wave management in this video, because you don't really need to win all of the 1v1s you do here. You can still win the lane by, you know, wave management and making him lose CS. You can win by, you know, earning gold and XP. Right now, seeing what I did there, let me just, you know, go back a couple seconds there. So I see here that my wave is about to be cleared, and they have like at least they have 6 minions left. So general rule I always follow is excuse me, is you want to clear the wave or whittle it down while you have the CS, and you want to save at least 4 minions so that you can still excuse me, hold the freeze and also lessen the amount of damage you tank when you freeze the wave. That's something you want to keep in mind. So I start whittling it down here since my minion is about to die, and I stop from hitting it. Well, not that. Right. So Kazakh's there kind of trolled, since I don't have Prio. It's really dangerous to do that, and also dangerous if you don't have Prio and to try to follow up. But since I have a significant amount of lead, I can, you know, survive even if he tries to turn, and have the confidence with my barrels there. I can just, you know, simply place a barrel, auto it, then Q, and then just walk away. For right now, I'm not forcing any fights here. Just making it, you know, making my freeze stable here. So I start whittling it down. And if Aatrox tries to do something silly like poking me or breaking the freeze, I can just Q and then barrel him down. And then just walk away. And you can do that process at least twice or thrice until you get into an amount of health that you can all-in him. So yeah, so see here, I'm pulling the wave away from my turret because it's in a place where it can potentially attract my tower's aggro. So I want to pull it back. So I'm letting it push there. I don't want to Q him always. I want to at least make him push the wave so that the wave is still gonna be pushing into me. So I dodge that. Move into, if you're in a spot like that, you wanna move into him so that you take less damage, since Aatrox's, you know, mechanic is if his Q, the further the Q is, like if you get hit by the edge, you're gonna have more damage taken. At this point, even if I don't know that Aatrox is recalling, I want to push this wave since I have enough money to get Phage. Another thing that most people do is they overstay, they get greedy, they want to get more CS and, you know, get the item they need after one recall, which is really bad since let's say your enemy laner has recalled quite a bit and has much more damage, much more items. You know, there's gonna be a risk of you dying from that since he has more items and damage from you, or stats wise. Also, another thing is, you know, that I noticed that other people do is if they have like a lot of lead, or at least 3 kills ahead, they're gonna be really cocky and try to fight 1v1s that doesn't need to be fought. Like for example, this matchup, Aatrox is really strong in 1v1s, especially if he hits all of, especially he's running Conqueror. Dodge the Q there. Bit of a misplay here. For some reason I queued the barrel instead of queuing him and then barreling him down. But nonetheless, I still have the wave pushing into me. If he walks up or does something stupid, I can just easily kill him here. So yeah, so I was talking about, you know, the lead. You wanna always respect your enemy laner's damage. Another thing that factors here is knowing your matchup, knowing how the champ works. I guess is another thing that will help you determine on whether you can fight this guy with this amount of lead or not. Right now, I have confidence to push up the wave here since Kha'Zix is in their blue side. I can just safely farm from here and making him lose CS. So watch what I do here. He goes for the barrel, the caddy, and I punish him with my barrel. I don't want to hit that there. Stop there, waiting for Kha'Zix to come. And get a kill. Could have played better. I could have waited for Kha'Zix to take aggro, and then I can just execute Aatrox there. But yeah, every day we're learning. So, Kha'Zix is still there. Blue side, I want to push this wave, or at least, you know, get the turret. So confident that even if Volibear comes out of nowhere, I can just stall out with my barrels since, you know, I can just slow him down. So, okay, I didn't notice I bought Executioners here since I'm playing against Aatrox. He has a lot of healing, especially if he procs his Conqueror. Again, so you really want to be respectful and knowing your limits here when laning with this. TP here. Get a follow-up. Nice. He juggled the aggro there. So yeah, about roaming. The trade-off here was worth, even if Aatrox takes the top turret. I was able to widen the gap, or at least made my bot lane be stronger by doing this. Usually the things that I wanna check in my list before I roam is if I have pushed my enemy laner's turret. Second is if I'm level 13. Third is if I have Triforce already. You know, Triforce, since you know you have items, you're gonna deal more damage, especially in the middle laning phase. You can easily reduce the ADC or support's health to at least 1/4, or 40% of his health is gonna be gone with just your barrels. Also, you know, level 13, you're gonna be you're gonna open a lot of opportunities for fights. You can, you know, get a cheeky 1-part barrel and then follow up by ult, or just, you know, ulting at the right time is, you know, gonna give you excuse me, I just woke up. It's gonna give you a lot of opportunities for your team to follow up. And you know, pushing the turret there is really okay, since you know there's only two things that I can think of that is positive in staying in lane after pushing the wave. Is first, you know, you widen the you strengthen or increase the lead that you have against your enemy laner, thus making it seem that it's a 4v5 if you, let's say, you go into a team fight. And another benefit that I can think of is, you know, drawing pressure from your team and force them to come to you at least a 2v1, so you can have, like, you can give your team some breathing room, some space to scale and possibly make a comeback later on in the game. Especially I'm playing, you know, Gangplank. It's good for me since I'm a scaling champion, and also I have on this case here, since I have Vayne and Echo, we're gonna have like we're gonna scale a lot more, even though they have Yasuo and Ezreal. And I just wanna, you know, stress how important respecting your enemy laner is. Like earlier in the wave, in the laning phase, I was able to, you know, win the lane without constantly, you know, killing my enemy laner. Although it's gonna help, but if you wanna, by doing that, you're, you know, winning through CS and XP and gold. You can win the lane without risking too much from that. The only risk that you can see there is if your enemy team or the other lanes are winning. Second is, you know, ganks from the enemy jungler. That's the only threat can do, and you can easily mitigate, you know, the ganks by placing strategic wards and control wards. At this point, we just group up mid top, and then we end it by me TPing in the turret there in the middle later on. So let me just talk about the points, or the focusing parts of this video is, you know, wave management. First of all, it's really important for Gangplank, since he doesn't have a lot of mobility per se. It's more of, you know, in his passive, whenever he gets his passive up, or barrel. So funny thing here is, the reason why I stopped here is my ISP, you know, choked for some reason. Hiccuped, I guess the proper term. If that didn't happen, it was a fat one part there, if I ever landed. So, different play here if you, let's say the lead isn't like this, like the game isn't like that, let's say it's 16-26, even though you have the lead, you still have the considerable amount of damage that they can still dish out even though they're behind, is you can recall and then have someone, or, you know, since I'm GP top, I want to go bot side, and then have my teammates do Baron, and then from there, since we have mid and top opened, I can just TP in top or mid and just end the game with that pressure. And let's say, you know, they try to contest the top, contest Baron, I can just, you know, 1v1 anyone that they match to me, since I'm pretty strong. I'm level 13. So yeah, so I TP here, end the game, playing it safe. So yeah, so not the best review so far, since the earlier recording, my voice wasn't getting detected by my stream OBS. I guess I'll just, you know, put in the description of the things that I talked about, put a timestamp there. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll just, you know, put it in the description. If you like my, you know, review, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think I missed a few points or was incorrect in some points that I made, feel free to put it down in the comments. I'd be happy to go over that and learn together with you guys. And subscribe if you want to see more of the reviews that I do. And yeah, thanks so much guys for watching, and you guys have a great day.